and we are back with our second conversation for this morning. Joining us in studio, we have Cheryl Distan, the winner of the Belize at 41 Celebrations Theme Competition. Good morning, Miss Distan. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be here.
Good morning. It's my pleasure.
April, we have a superstar in our midst.
Is.
And that's why you know, because everybody across this country
They showed her
and
theme.
those Belizeans abroad are shouting her theme. They're singing it.
Yeah.
They're putting it on banners, on shirts, on hats. I mean,
Everything.
how does that feel?
Yes.
Well, it's like I kind of feel like everybody knows me when they don't. They just
Yeah.
know the theme. It's just the theme.
Well, we have a face to the behind the theme.
Yeah.
And so I want to applaud you for a lovely theme.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
then secondly, you know, like we were mentioning off camera, I didn't even know when the competition had started. So let's start there. When did you hear about it? And let's talk about your inspiration behind the theme.
What happened, I know that every year there's a theme competition, and I would tell myself, okay, this year I'm going to participate. And I never did, but while scrolling through Facebook, looking on news, I saw like this banner, this flyer thing, and so I took a pic of it because I'm not too savvy, so if I try to go back and find it, I probably
You
wouldn't.
won't.
Yes, so I took a pic and I kept reminding myself of the date.
Yeah.
And so I said silently to myself, not to anyone else, because I was afraid it would be like, you have worker. So I said, no, I'll do it this time. And I did. When I saved that stuff from there, I began to write. When something would come, I would hear something on the news, I would write. Something come to my mind. And that's how I started.
So your first submission, I mean, this
My
is the
first
first
time.
time.
First
It's the
time.
first time you've
First
submitted,
time.
and you've seen the competition for years, but
Yes.
you just never gotten around
Just
to doing
procrastinate
You
every day.
procrastination, and a teacher, you know,
You know what? You know what? We are guilty.
So, how many submissions did you make? I like ask the question to people who I know submitted.
I turned in 7.
You turned in 7.
submissions.
I
Okay.
narrowed down all that I wrote to 13.
Okay.
And with my husband's help, I decided on 7.
What was the one that you thought would have made it? Did you think it was this one?
I had another one in mind, speaking about together and we stand, but that one didn't come up. But I knew I needed to use the word rebound because that's what I see everywhere happening.
Right,
So I
indeed.
kept telling my husband, I need to include that in my theme. So probably 5 of them had the word rebound or rebounding.
So what's the formula? Because now you've won. So
Why,
you
you want
could
to
give
win
us
next year, too?
well, I mean, I myself have seen the competition. I've said, you know what? Maybe I should submit because I write for a living.
I thought
So-
you were gonna say you
No,
yourself have
did.
submitted.
I did, but what's the formula? Like you're talking here about watching the news, looking at current issues, getting words. Is that a part of the process?
Yeah, don't sit at one time and try to do it because nothing will come. When you're probably doing something, maybe dishes are out in the yard and something come, go back and write.
Okay.
Put it down. Even if it's just 1 or 2 words, and then after that you go and you add flesh to it. That's how I came up with
Clean
it.
and squeaky, soap and water.
I should have
Belize
brought the
at
book.
41.
You would have seen all the scratches.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's talk about the theme: valiant and bold, proud and strong. So Paul was asking about a formula, but I was asking more about inspiration. So who are we talking about in the theme? And I know you talked about rebound, but rebounding from what? And how did you? I just want to know how she put the words together.
Actually, I believe I put it in pieces,
Okay.
but then I thought about, okay, who are we? Of course, we're Belizeans, and we are proud, you know, and strong. This is Belize. We have to love it. And then I thought about independence, valiant and bold. It comes from the national anthem.
Yes, that's true.
So I said, no, why not? So
true.
I included that, and I'm like, okay, how are we doing now? We are strong. We're proud people. And of course, the pandemic came to mind. So many things, lockdown, we complain. You would hear on the radio people calling, I need food. that was then. So now we're rebounding, open up again, going back to work. The children are going back to school. You could stay out all night if you want, if you're that type of person. So we are rebounding. So with all of that, I managed to put that one together.
Talk to us about how it's been since you won. I know that there have been several events now this September, and of course all surrounding your theme. So far, have you been invited to events, and how do you feel that everybody is using your theme and relating to it and agreeing with it, you know?
While coming on the bus this morning, I was like, you know, I said I would participate. I did. I won, but I didn't think that all this would come with it. I didn't think about that because, to be honest, I'm not like the camera person.
Okay.
But just give me my little classroom, my babies, and I am fine. But I said, maybe if I had thought about all of this, maybe it would have been like, do you really want to do that? But here I am today, and it's okay. It's probably a one-time thing, but it's okay.
So what was your response when you actually found out that you won? Like, did they give you a call? And what was that?
When I entered, I kind of, you know, believe that you sent in the winning theme.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had that feeling since I sent all of 7. Never mind, there were over 400 and odd entries.
Submissions.
Yes, so I would check my email, I'd look at my phone, make sure the volume is up.
Yeah.
But the day when I got the call, I left my stuff locked up in the vehicle.
Imagine. After all of that waiting and checking.
I was visiting with family, so I just
Put away your phone.
For a little while. I was with my parents, and so it was in the vehicle because we were stopping there a little bit, then moving on.
Yeah.
But as we got back in the vehicle,
You check your phone?
Yes, I pulled it out of the bag, and I checked it, and I saw this missed call, and I'm like, I don't know this number. I think there was a message too asking me something regarding the theme. So I said this must be, and I called, and they were like, so what did they ask me? What, something about the theme, and then the person on the other said, Mrs. Zistan, your theme is the winning theme, and I'm like, yippee! And then we were in the vehicle, 3 of us, myself, my husband, and my son, and they were like, what is it? What happened? And I'm like, my husband was like, just wait, she's on the phone. So when I got you, and then he said, I knew when you said that, I knew it was the theme. So, yeah.
What comes with winning the theme? Do you want to talk to us about your prizes?
The prize was $1,000.
Okay.
But
and bragging rights.
Of course.
So now that you've won, now that we're using your theme, how do you now express your theme throughout the month of September? What are you doing as a teacher? I imagine that you're planning events and so forth with your class.
Actually, well, my class, they're learning a poem, and it speaks about Belize, like gangs, and the poem says it's by Claudia Thompson, I believe, and wondering if the police and the other officials have joined the gangs, or I need to get my education so that I could help to grow this nation. So, and we were making class rules yesterday, and I spoke to them about rules in the classroom, at home, in the community, everywhere.
You teach Standard 1.
Standard 1 and 2 I have this year.
Do you have a background in writing or in literature, English?
As a teacher, I have a little bit of everything.
Well, yes, definitely. Okay, so is it that English and literature interest you? Was it an interest for you?
Yeah, growing up, I used to love to read. I would hide in the dark and still be reading. Maybe that's why I'm wearing glasses today. Because my mom would get after me.
But it pays off, and you get to express that love of writing and reading to your kids because it's an important skill.
Yes, I read to them a lot, and I say to them, you may not physically go to a place, but through the book you get to go places.
I
for free.
100% agree.
I think my greatest experience with a book is I've been able to travel to different war zones and war locations, like World War II and these different places. Just agreeing with what you said about books taking you to places, it expands your imagination in ways that other things perhaps wouldn't even.
See, when you said it takes me to other places, I was going to like Narnia, and then you say Game of Thrones, and now I worry about the things
Game
that
of
you
Thrones
read.
as well.
But like,
so has winning this, I mean, it's a proud moment for you. It's a proud moment for your family. It's also a proud moment for your country. Does it inspire you to maybe want to delve into something farther as it relates to writing and that sort of thing?
One of the things I see in my country that really pains my heart is the amount of garbage that we have strewn across the country. It pains my heart. Last week I was at Sun Up on 7, and then I took the bus because I don't like driving on the highway, so I would take the bus, and I saw garbage going from the back to the front, but I had a bag with, because I had to get something to eat, but I had my little garbage there, and so I would just lean over in the aisle and pick it up. And I'm like, you may go to another place and don't do that, or you might say that country is beautiful. Our country is beautiful too, and it depends on what you do.
Yeah.
It starts with you as the individual. Come on, stop throwing the garbage.
So
as simple as that. I see myself probably, sometimes I think about like recycling to help reduce the amount of garbage.
Civic pride.
Civic
pride. And perhaps that's what makes you, now that I've heard that, more of a winner than the actual team itself. Because that translates throughout the year. That translates throughout the years, not just in September. The team is in September, but the whole keeping your nation clean and having that sort of civic pride, that's what we could take into October and that we take into November.
So then I will ask this question. It comes down to the fact that you are a proud Belizean and a teacher. How do you advise to teach civic pride to your students and as well as to our viewers? How do you advise to teach people civic pride?
How do I do that? First, you have to lead by example, So I believe on the bus that day, they were like, okay, I need to take care of my garbage. He just picked up mine. So, in simple ways, in the classroom, we have a place to put the garbage, and I told them it's our class, one of the classroom, keep our school clean. So it means you would put garbage in the right place. And then I told them, even in your home, in the yard, you keep it clean. A clean place is a happy place. You see a lot of garbage, it could be depressing, right? So I start by picking up garbage. I show them what to do as this. You can't say one thing. The sermon practiced is more effective than the one taught. You can't say one thing and do something else. And if I'm out in the schoolyard, the students aren't in my class, but they know me, I will tell them, no, you need to pick that up. That's the type of person I am. But I'm sure I can't go on the street and say that to adults.
I'm pretty sure you should. I'm pretty sure adults need to hear it more than anybody. Pick up your garbage.
So, but the garbage is one thing because we have so many other things that's plaguing our country. And we need to start turning around and doing things different.
When you had the privilege to make that speech at the grand opening of the theme, how did you come up with your lyrics? I'm calling it lyrics. How did you come up with your lyrics for your speech?
It was just at that moment because I asked them, okay, so what am I expected to do? And she was like, just speak about the motivation behind that theme, what that theme meant to you. And so that's what I had to do, but I'll tell you, I was a bit nervous there.
Oh no, more nervous than here.
She's becoming acclimated to the whole camera,
being in the
spotlight. Being in the spotlight now. Is there any other activities that you have planned for September? Any other events that you may show up to? Because we don't necessarily know what this comes with.
Well, I'm not sure either, but I think there might be one or two other places that I should be getting calls from.
Okay.
You make a speech as well, or
no? She's just an honorary dignitary at this point in time when she attends.
That's a good one.
So Cheryl, what do you want our viewers to take away the most about this theme and this year's September celebrations?
Well, I will zone in on the word rebounding, because for some it might be like rebounding from what? but it depends on how you see it and what you make of your situation. Because if you sit and wait, if you are praying for rain, shouldn't you take an umbrella? So if you are in need of a job, you need to get up and go look for one. If you have an addiction you want to get rid of, you need to start looking in places where you can get help. So that's what I'm saying to Belize. You need to do your part. Do not wait on the government. You need to start as an individual. It starts with me. And together we'll have this unity and the rebounding that we all dream of. We're not there 100%, but we can do it. Together, we can. This is Belize. We have to love it and do things that will show our love for our nation.
So let me ask you then, what makes Belizeans bold? What makes us valiant and bold?
We are born with the ability to come back, to do what is necessary. Only that sometimes we might be too laid back. It won't fall in your lap. You have to get up and do. Even as a teacher, you need to get up and work in that classroom, even if it means your legs hurt and your veins begin popping out. You can't sit at your desk. Learning won't happen like that.
I love it. Valiant, bold, and strong. Proud and strong. Kind of true, Belizeans are proud of being Belizean. And I think that we do need to work on that civic.
Don't just say it, mean it.
Do it.
That's right.
You know, proud in the sense, for me, not only here in Belize, but when I see Belizeans across the Caribbean and across the world, I know Belizeans are proud of holding up their flags and waving their flags in any country. I've been out of the country and I always want to have a flag with me.
Yeah, you just need to say, well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm a proud Belizean.
Exactly.
They'll get the message.
Get the message, and then when people come to Belize, then they realize,
this is what you are so proud about. I see why
you're so proud about what we have to offer.
I love it. Well, Mr. Distan, thank you so much for dropping in. I think we're going to be seeing more of you. We definitely see your theme, and it's just so lovely to put a face behind the theme.
Yeah, and for Belmopan too.
Well, you know, Belmopan people.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. And of course, we hope that you enjoy the September celebrations, and with your students, all the best.
Thank you for having me.
All right. With that, we're going to take a next break, and when we come back, we'll have more Open Your Eyes, so stay tuned.